Hey guys, Guy here, and today we're reviewing the DRAUGEN LANSEN C.
DRAUGEN SpaceBANDIT with your favorite host,
Clone
Clone Guy, and your favorite, not the host, AK Fisherman.
Yeah, so these were gifted to us during a stream.
It was so nice, very nice.
Very nice, very nice. Thank
These
you.
are such a nice. This is such a nice vehicle. Just right off the bat.
The community, my community is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you guys don't have a tank? Here.
Here.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hey, let me throw my money at you.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
so yeah, of course we'll be reviewing it for you guys now. And this is, first of all, I want to be unbiased, as always, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of a lazy tank to implement into the game, and I'll tell you why. Because
You think so?
Yeah, well, because the LANSEN C exists on PC.
Oh. Okay.
And it has a different gun. It has a unique 105mm, meaning they would have to code it in, and code in the stats and everything like that.
Yeah.
So instead of giving it the gun it's supposed to have, like on PC, the 105, they give it a different 105. The Centurion or the erratic. What is it?
Is this
the Earth
one,
Shaker.
Is this the one the more important, the better one out of the two? Do you know? The one off of PC versus the one on console?
I feel like this one's better just because of the gun.
It is. It is.
It is.
Such a nice gun.
It is a nice gun. But as I was saying, I think it was very lazy because they didn't want to code in new guns, which shows that they have no clue how to code. And of course, 4.12 attests to that. But
yeah.
that aside, the laziness aside, this is a pretty good tank. I'm really enjoying it. It's fast, not fast. It's quick. It's spry.
Yeah.
It's like an old guy who can still run.
It gets up to like what, 50?
50. It gets up to 50. It's got like a
or 49, whatever.
20 something horsepower per ton. But let's get into that real quick.
Yeah.
27.84 horsepower per ton. So it's almost like a CDC
Yeah.
in regards to its mobility.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it turns like a boat. 36, like man.
Oof.
Yeah, for a medium tank, that's not the great.
Combined with being faster, it makes it feel even more like a boat.
Yeah. And terrain resistances, not that great.
Not the best.
1.2 and 2. The ammunition, I haven't really been getting ammo in this, but I have a couple times, and now that I'm looking at it, this is about right. It has been on my left side. And this thing has APCR's standard rounds with 2,078 meters per second shell velocity, and HESH, premium HESH with 1,173 meters per second shell
Which is
velocity.
actually pretty fast.
Yeah, it's fast.
Yeah, it's a fast
That
shot.
blows the 30B away, and that's a tier 10, which fires APCR. And the armor is non-existent, though it has awkward angles, so things will bounce off.
Yep.
And this thing, I didn't check the gun depression, but I think it's 10. It is 10 and 20 elevation.
Very nice.
2.3 seconds aim time, 0.36 accuracy, which isn't bad. That reminds me of the 7.1, if you're into that. And this gun is pretty much a 7.1 gun. It is. It's the Royal Ordnance 105.
There we go.
236 pen, though. It's a slightly less penetration. So it's the same, pretty much the same thing you're going to be getting on the Earth Shaker, but I think this thing performs a little bit better. And 390 alpha with 480 HESH alpha.
And boy, does that feel good.
Yeah.
You can actually just go look like the HESH rounds are literally only 26 degrees of penetration less than the standard rounds. You can go full HESH in this tank and have a totally awesome, amazing game. If you know where to shoot a vehicle, just load full HESH. If you really just want to pwn some
and you want to lose money,
squirms,
yeah, that works too.
you will. Well, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm making money.
I
on this thing.
have a game which I'll show you guys where I shoot pretty much only HESH. We'll show that one off for sure. And 480 alpha, so it's good. 380 view range. And yeah, I think that's it. Does not have pref. 50% crew bonus or XP. 50% silver bonus.
Woohoo!
15% XP
Yahoo!
bonus. And that's the tank in a nutshell. I've gone with gun rammer, vertical stabilizer, optics is my choice, and I've gone 2 repair kits and a med kit.
How's the armor on this fare? I'm curious.
We talked about that. It's bad. It's 70 or something.
I still end up bouncing some shots, every
Oh,
once in a while.
yeah, because look at the angle.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
super
turret
nice
too is
looking.
angled like that too, so things will bounce off, and you've got these
That's
hull
at 10
cheeks.
degrees of gun depression,
Because like it's all angled like kind of like the IS-6 almost, except vertical.
Yeah.
So you'll get some bounces, a whole lot, surprisingly. I have not yet bounced off of one of these, but they have bounced off of me, which is funny.
Right.
But yeah, anyway, that's enough theory crafting, I guess, as the old kids say.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's go play some games, some pre-recorded, and then we'll play it live. So this first replay I want to show off to you guys is a tier 10 game. And the reason I wanted to show this one is because we play the supporting role, and I don't want to just show, hey, we're top tier, we raffle stomp, because I have quite a few of those with this one, and that seems to be the case when I was playing this thing. Like, oh, top tier, oh, we raffle stomp, woohoo! But no, not as bottom tier, but you can still have a really good game because of your, what did we say it was, 236 pen on your standard rounds, like, you can deal with tier 10s pretty reliably. So that's really, really nice. Nice thing to have. But that's not going to be the case here. Instead, we're going to be playing the supporting role completely here. And what I'm going to be doing is, because there's no artillery, I'm going to be taking this hill and trying to get some early shots into some tanks. Use my gun depression and shoot people kind of at range, get above them if they push up, and continue to shoot them. But that doesn't happen here. We're going to be using our mobility in this replay, and our 10 degrees of gun depression, and you're going to see us relocate a whole lot to stay ahead of the enemy team. And here is a Patriot, an unskinned Patriot. Should be a fairly easy shot. There we go. Easy shot straight into him. We put one in, and we've got a light tank who was spotting him, but the light tank's pulled back, so I predict he's going to disappear here. So we got to give him a nice lead and predict where he's going to be. Right there. Boom. Goes in. Not a very hard blind shot, I will have to say. But, you know what? Blind shot's a blind shot. Now we're going to go after this T-32. We got spotted. I'm not sure by who. I wasn't quite paying attention, but we're not spotting anymore, so it must not have been this guy who we now shoot. And we're up to 3 damaging hits, just like that. You know, that means we've probably done almost 1,200 damage. If we can put another one in here, we've already done our own damage, which is nice. And we go into his side turret. T-32 side turret is fairly strong. Actually, it's really strong. And it will troll you. You can go through it, but then you can also bounce off of it, which we did there. I think the side turret is like 220 or something, and it's rounded, so it's very easy to bounce off of. You got to hit it flush with a gun, which has, you know, 236 millimeters of penetration. But now the rest of this engagement here, we don't really actually do anything more from this position. And I'm going to move up, because I thought to myself, maybe we can keep people spotted, we can get people to snipe. And then it goes horribly wrong rather quickly, and we're going to have to use the mobility again. But that is what's so good about this tank, is its mobility. Its speed isn't great. It goes 50, which I've mentioned already. But in these kind of close engagements where you just need to go from point A to point B, which are very close to each other, you can do that rather quickly. And the 279E, I think, wasn't ready for our acceleration. It shoots a little behind us and nicks the very back of our drive wheel and only tracks us, doesn't actually damage us, so very nice there. I don't know if it was a little bit of RNG on his side, or if it was actually this tank that fooled him there and he wasn't expecting it to get up and go so fast. Either way, we get off unscathed, other than the fact that he tracked us. Now, we're not going to really do much here, so I'm going to explain a little bit of mechanics here for you guys about tracks and such. When your track gets destroyed, it now has 0 hit points. When it gets completely destroyed, it now has 0 hit points. But when it fixes, it has 1. So to retrack somebody, you only need to do 1 damage to that drive wheel to take it off. So a slight bump will break it off. And while it's still broken, the hit point starts to go up, the health starts to go up until it hits to 1 hit point where it's fully repaired. And yet again, the slightest bit of damage, even 0 damage, as long as you bump it, will detrack it. And E4 shoots this guy behind me. He never sees me because I have camo on this, because this is my UDES crew. And he kills him, and we get off. And I'm like, this is not going to work out. We need to go. I'm leaving. So moving up there literally did nothing for my team, did nothing for me. In fact, I kind of almost screwed over my team. I made a push. I saw these tanks behind me, but it was the lower tier ones, the tier 9 and the tier 8, who pushed with me. And a chieftain, and unfortunately they have 279Es. Two 279Es there. And they're going to be murdering those guys. And I thought about staying, but then I realized, what will that accomplish? I can't deal... That was an AK off. I can't deal with, you know, the 279Es with this gun. So, like, and there's 2 of them. If there's 1 of them, maybe I could flank him, but he's got an E4 friend as well. Like, it's just, it's going to be a losing battle, and we're all going to die for no reason whatsoever. However, if I fall back, maybe I can start putting in some rear shots, some side shots, I don't know. And so we're going to check that now. And like I said, we're using our mobility, using our gun depression to hopefully get, you know, get into the supporting role, and we do. We put a nice shot into the E4 there, knocking him down to a 1 hit if we roll high. And also a 1 hit for most everyone on my team, because this is a tier 10 game. Most of them have about 400 alpha or higher anyway already. So that's really nice. And my team is doing a good job on the other flank, though we are still losing this flank, and I'm like, wait, my friends are all dead. It's literally just me over here now. And I'm like, I mean, my team is moving in from behind, but they're not going to move in fast enough to keep me alive. And I'm like, I'm out. Sorry, 257, but this is not going to work, and I'm going to run away. In your supporting vehicles, guys, you do have this ability to run away, so don't be afraid to stink and use it. Alright? Don't be afraid to use it if you have to. If you have to. If you think you can win a fight with your team, you should by all means stay there. Now we wait for an ambush shot on this Conqueror because he just fired. We knew we had time to aim, but the shell goes high into his upper plate and it doesn't quite hit him. And then I thought about going this way, but then I realized if I go that way, I'm going to be driving out of the fight to nowhere. No man's land is not where I want to be right now, so I'm going to go up this way because I think they're going to advance towards my base and I'll be able to shoot them as they do. Even though they're losing the game pretty badly, I don't think they're quite thinking. There we go. Camouflage, guys. Camouflage. Look at this. Look at this. I'm just waiting for that nice shot. Maybe the cupola. He's... right? Nah, we missed. We fluff it. All that waiting and aiming for nothing. But, hey, you know what? It is what it is. And we're unable to damage him there. But I'm going to continue to run back because these guys seem to really, really want to chase me. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep leading them away. Keep leading them away. Like, okay, fine. You guys want to continue to chase me. I'm going to lead you even further away. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these two tanks out of the fight. And which is a really good thing to do because the game is still somewhat close. If these two showed up to help you know, their team, help the enemy team, they might actually be able to pull this one out. But they're not. They're still chasing after me. And that's something you can do to win these games, guys. If you notice people really want you dead, lead them away. Lead them away from your team. Let your team do what they need to do. Oh, unfortunately we fire there. And we hit, but we were a little bit too late. And then the E4 rolls out side on. And then I'm like, you know what? We have health. This is a small shot. Let's see if he can hit it. I'll give him the opportunity to try to shoot me if he wants. We missed there. Unfortunately, but we're going to try it again. Like, it's the end of the game. They've lost. Try to juke a shell there. No, okay, he's still looking. And aim it up. Fire it. Boom. He fires at the same time. We pull back just in time. Shell goes over. Our shell goes in. And he gets finished off by the team. And yeah, I know that was a little bit of a slower replay, but I wanted to show it off anyway. Show you that you can still do some work in these kind of matchups where, you know, we probably went to the wrong flank that game because we kind of didn't help very much. But we had the speed and mobility to really, you know, get out of there and keep alive. And still have a fairly good game. 110,000 credits made. 1,900 damage, 1,100 assisted. So 3,000 combined. Like, that's something you can't really cry about when you're bottom tier in your premium tanks or in any tanks whatsoever when you're bottom tier. But this next one, we are very much top tier. And because of that, we're going to be shooting a lot of APCR. So that last game, I kind of supported my team by going into a position, a high ground position, and, you know, using my gun depression and running away when I needed to and keeping the enemy chasing me. This one, instead, we're going to be supporting a heavy tank. There's a heavy tank. We're going to, you know, stick by him and pretty much, you know, use him as, you know, our armor and the guy who makes the push and the plays and all this other stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing here. And it's going to work out pretty well for us. You got to recognize who you should support, what map type it is. On a city map like this, where you're top tier, you know, sometimes you can go off on your own, do what you need to do. But instead, I'm going to be supporting a 252U defender. Or, well, not even a defender, non-skin defender. And that's what we're going to be doing. But to start, I've decided to try to get some ambush shots right here. And it looks like we're going to get one off right into this guy. Yes, we do. Fire it off. We hit him. Nice little bit of early damage there. And I'm going to notice rather quickly that nobody seems to want to come this way. Once my defender shows up, he's just going to drive through. And I'm going to just follow him around for a little while. And that's something you can do when in your medium tanks. Like, this is a great heavy tank support. The reason being is because of its high penetration, so you can punch through the armor of heavy tanks. So you can support your heavy tanks fighting other heavy tanks from the front. You can do that. Of course, if you're in a tier 10 game, yeah, it's not quite as easy because going through the lower plate and object 7058 is probably not going to happen. Or even a mouse or an E100. I think you'd do an E100. But, you know, it's probably not a good idea. And there we go. We're going to use this guy. The fact that the Carnarvon just fired, we're just going to drive right through. Right here, and get to the side and hopefully get a crossfire with him. Keep anybody down here off of him. I'm going to take a peek for him, make sure nobody's coming around this corner, and then I'm going to go after that Carnarvon. Oh, this guy's here. Hello there. We're going to put a shell into him. There was a Carnarvon around here I wanted to go after and help my defender with by coming up behind him. May as well get a crossfire, but we don't need to. And he supports me just like how I'm trying to support him. Now I'm going to load up a Hess shell and head over and go after the Carnarvon with him. But first, artillery is spotted. We have a Hess shell. This should make it sure we 100% kill him, and we do. APCR would probably kill him as well, but maybe we would have rolled low. I don't know. But we're going to keep the Hess loaded and go after Carnarvon. Carnarvon just fired, and he's still looking at the defender. So, oh, he's turning now. Defender puts a shell on him. We're going to aim right at his engine deck, or above his track, should I say. We do. We pan it, splashes, and also jams his turret. So that's really nice. And we're going to keep the Hesh loaded for the rest of the game. No, almost the rest of the game. And we're just going to drive around shooting people with Hesh. He gets finished off by the defender. And we're going to move on. There's a Stridsvang right there. We don't quite have a shot. Well, we did. We had a very slim shot on him there. But I'm not really worried about him. He's not really paying attention. So we're going to put a nice free shot into this AT-15. But now he is. So I'm going to pull back, get around cover. But unfortunately, there is the heavy tank I was supporting is sitting right behind me. And so we're going to take a hit because of this. And he does ammo rack me. He hits me on the left side, which is something we just mentioned in the garage earlier. That's where your ammo rack is. And so he does ammo rack us. We have time to aim this one up. We fire it off. And unfortunately, we miss. But he misses as well. And I'm kind of going to just take a chill pill right here and be like, alright, let's just wait this out. He wants to stand there and look at me. That's fine. This is where I really want to be attacking from, is this position here on that hill, because I can shoot all these TDs. So I don't want to give it up because I want to get this damage going. So I'm not going to move on. We have Hesh loaded, so we're able to one-shot that guy. He goes down. And we're going to go back to this Stridsvang if he's looking. He's not looking. Okay, now we can go back up. And I'm going to put a shell into this AT-15. And we're going to shoot him in the cupola with our premium rounds, Hesh. And because of that, it splashes in the inside of his tank. And it damages his ammo rack. Yeah, that's something about explosives that that will not happen with AP. We would not have ammo racked him there. We would have just done damage there. But we still have Hesh loaded. Put another one into his side armor. Bring him down to a one-shot. Will we be able to get the kill on him? Find out when we reload. The answer is no, but we still have this Hesh shell loaded. And unfortunately, I misplayed this. I'm like, where's the shot? There's not quite a shot. There's a shot. We missed there. Maybe there was a shot while he was behind the dead tank, and I missed it, perhaps. But I'm not too sure. Regardless, though, he's going to get finished off, and we're not going to do anything else this game. But we were able to keep up with the pace of the battle. And the DPM of this thing, which I know I didn't mention in the garage, is really bad. So do not get yourself into fights, you know, by yourself. Make sure you have allies. That's why I keep saying this is a support vehicle, specifically because of your DPM. You cannot fight your way out of things if you're going to be, you know, trading with DPM. If you're trading shot for shot, you might be able to fight your way out. But if you're in a slugfest going back and forth, you're going to lose that engagement just because of your bad DPM. But that's another replay for you guys. Now we're going to pull it out live, and the AK will join us again. And we'll see how it goes, and we will outro. And I'll see you guys in the live game. This is Salvage Yard. I forgot what it was called. It's like Malinovka? Yes. But no, it's reskin Malinovka. Why? Well, just like how, you know, they added this gun to this tank instead of a new one. Alright, let's 10 degrees of gun depression. We have a holy ton. A holy ton.
A holy ton?
Of heavy tanks.
Is that the same weight as a ton? But holy?
Yeah. Okay. A holy ton of tons.
A holy ton of tons.
No, yeah, you mentioned it because like each tank is more than 1 ton.
We're talking some serious tonnage right here.
Yes. So I'm gonna spot. What I'm gonna do. So what? I'm sure I'll mention in the replays that you guys have seen. Is that this thing is a support vehicle. It doesn't have the DPM to get it out of a fight.
No.
Its mobility is nice. You can outmaneuver tanks, but you don't have too much speed to run. But you can. You know.
I was in a situation yesterday with I almost got called Banov's medal with that tank simply because being able to snipe and support from afar was so nice. If you have someone to spot for you, it just wrecks people. But as soon as you're the only target left, your hit points go fast. They go very fast.
I believe it. I'm actually gonna do my late strat early just because I noticed we have some TDs behind me, so they can give me some cover fire as I do this. This is something I don't usually do until they have players on the hill. I'll do that now. This guy's got a small gun. And he does not have the gun depression. And then, yeah, there's my TDs I was talking about. TDs. And that guy's still climbing. Great shot. There we go. There we go. Just playing the support. Like, you can play, you know, as a normal medium, you know, scouting like I'm doing here. You can play as kind of a heavy support tank. Well, and what I mean by that is not like you're a heavy tank, but you can support the heavies because of your high penetration. You can deal with other heavies. You can do some flanking. We can shoot this guy on the side. We can spot the Patton. We can spot this AMX thingamabob. Yeah. This is nice. So I do recommend, for sure, optics on this thing. I also have the camouflage skill because this is my Swedish tank destroyer crew. So, oh, we hit somebody else. Oh, the AMX. I'll take that. Let's see. Do you all believe? No, we didn't believe hard enough. But yeah, you can, from this position on this map, you can start shooting in the middle here, which is really, really nice. T-32 turret is tough, but not as tough as...
Ooh, very nice. Very nice shot.
As the front, so that's nice. T-34, we shouldn't lose the hill. Like, they outnumber us there, but we have tier 9 heavies. They don't. Yeah. Their one tier 9 heavy is... I haven't seen him yet. That's not a pen.
You got a shot on that guy? Nope, he's gone.
No. There we go.
Oh! Hello.
G. Alright, I'm gonna go on top of this and see if I can see that pattern again.
He sees you.
He does see me.
Must be in the bush.
Oh, there he is. Oh, he's stalked too. This is a trade I might be willing to take.
Well, a miss for a miss.
That's a trade. A Yak Panther and a T-95. Oh, what was that? I missed it.
I don't think you have shots on them.
I just wanted to see what the T-95 is. The Yak Panther I'm not too worried about. He hits me like, oh, I'll move, you know, like, ouch. I wish I didn't get hit. But, you know, I did, so whatever. And then the T-95 is like, well.
You guys are raffle stomping this game. I would actually maybe even consider pushing that patent here pretty soon.
I'm going to, for sure. Alright.
You know, maybe load some hash rounds and go after artillery if you really want to.
I do have shots on this guy, actually.
Oh.
And there is the Yak Panther we were talking about.
Hello there. Yak Panther.
Don't mind me, I'm just taking care of business.
Oh, Yak Panther is...
Small gun, very small gun.
Very small. Small tank, small gun.
But he might get 2 shots into me before I get into cover.
Right,
Yeah,
he does. Man. You don't see that very often in 4.12. 2 shots consistently hitting.
Okay. And there's the turning. Oof, that was tough.
Alright.
This is a
very solid game.
Well, it's a raffle stop. And they didn't have heavies. Like, we predicted exactly what was going to happen.
I bet you could throw a hash round right into the front hole of that Yak Panther too.
He's dead.
Yeah, he is dead. But
oh, but yeah, you could.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
a Panther 2 hole. Like, you can pen the lower plate of a Tiger 2 with this hash.
Yep.
Which is a very common tank to fight. And
do you have the back side of this? Oh no.
No.
You're never gonna. Oh.
Oh.
Hey, we tickled him. Well, the artillery is dead. He's over there. But...
Yeah, but I want this M103 because of the hash. Like,
Yep.
Tier 9s. Drowning.
M103 is always just like pinata whenever you see one. It's great.
And look at this bush so conveniently set up for me. That's his side turret. I think we can go through that.
Oh. Well, at least we saw that we didn't go through. I'd just go after him, you know. Pro gamer move.
Not yet. He's so confused.
Oh, there we go. Well, if he's just gonna do that.
He's so confused. Like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand.
Oh, and you actually dodged a truck.
That's why he wasn't highlighted.
Yeah. No.
Wow, this guy has. I think that tent right there was covering his cupola, so he couldn't see me.
Huh. Yeah, because you didn't get spotted.
No, I didn't.
Wow.
Because he turned his gun the wrong way too, because the mantlet spots as well.
Yep. All right. Well, let's see if we can farm up this
T-95. He shoots me, I die.
Yep. But if you shoot him, he dies. Oh, well, he's committing Sudoku.
Track him?
Does that work? Do you get the kill for that?
I will get the kill, but I don't think he's drowning himself.
Oh. Will it go in? Will it not?
No. Okay, APCR time. Yeah, you gotta try it all.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody tracked him as he was falling in. Will he fix, and can I retrack him? Got it!
There we
Come
go.
on! Come on! Come on! Give it to me! Does he have swimming lessons?
Wow.
Ah, we get it! Yes!
Very nice.
Woohoo!
Very clever. I actually did not know that. That's really cool.
We had 2 AFKs apparently. Oh no, they drowned themselves. No, we.
Nice.
Yeah. There we go.
Good game.
It's a support tank. It really is really
That's
good.
a good.
That guy had swimming lessons for sure.
Because this isn't my first rodeo.
We tracked him while he was in the water.
Yeah.
And I have 11 seconds to reload. It takes 10 seconds to drown, and he was still alive before I reloaded. So.
Yep. Hey,
There we go. Ace tanker.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ew. Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, this tank. I'm loving this tank.
Yeah.
Honest opinion, I think the gun reminded me a lot of the Type 59's gun in regards to trolley derpiness. You have to be patient with it. And I think it will reward experienced players. I think newer players might struggle with it a little bit just because they aren't used to a gun like this on a medium tank.
Plus, you know, being mobile doesn't necessarily mean just rush the front line like a lot of other medium tanks. This is more of a stay a little bit behind a little bit and find some good positions where you can push ahead like Clone Guy did.
Yeah, like recognize where your team is. I recognize we had 2 tank destroyers supporting me and a T-54-1. We moved up and they just slaughtered everyone we spotted.
Absolutely.
So, and what kind of damage does that give me on the T-95? It gives me. I don't know if it gives me the damage. It does give me the damage too. Nice. 1,000.
Excellent.
20. Fantastic.
I like how everyone drowned besides the radio operator.
Maybe he doesn't have a radio operator.
That's probably what it is, but I think it's still funny.
Yeah.
He made it out of.
He made it out alive, boys. So, do I recommend this tank?
Yeah.
I do. I don't normally like recommending tanks for wargame, but I do recommend it if you're looking to buy a premium tank and a medium tank, a competitive support medium tank.
And it's Swedish, so you can
And
train
it's
your
Swedish.
Swedish crews.
Oh.
You know?
Okay, I don't recommend it now. If
What?
Okay, real quick. If you're getting it to train crew members, I don't recommend it because there's only 2 Swedish tier 10s. If you do need something to train your Swedish, then yeah, I do recommend this one. I think this is the best Swedish premium tank they've released so far. It's better than the Primo Victoria. Yeah.
One of the more competitive premium tanks, honestly.
It is. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
But of course, you're watching my opinion, and I love it. And now AK is here, and he's also a Super Unicum, and he loves it.
Yeah.
But we're both Super Unicums. We should get a tomato on here sometime.
Oh yeah. And they're like, huh.
No, it's bad. It's bad. But that's the issue with having friends who are good at the game.
Such an issue.
It's such an issue.
Hate that
All right,
issue.
thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, subscribe. If you already have the tank and you have your own opinion, leave it in the comments below for other
Ring
people.
the bell.
leave it in the comments below for other people so they can check. So guys, if you're thinking about picking this tank up, go check the comments and see if there are other players who have one who have left their comments. So you can get more opinions and to choose for yourself, as always. And I'll see you guys all later. Take care, everyone, and peace out.
Bye.